Welcome to Extreme Expedition. I am Adrian Evans and I'm here with...
Oh, I can introduce myself, Adrian. I am Mike Dexter. I'm the greatest manager in this company's history. I'm the greatest referee in this company's history. I am undefeated, and I will prove to you I will be the greatest commentator in this company's history here tonight.
Well, first of all, there's been two commentators in this company's history, and that's me and you. So it's not a race competition, but I'll give you granted, you'll be the second best commentator in this company.
Just think professional tonight and call the action.
I will, there's no action in the ring yet, is there? Looks like Ryan Sampson's coming against Respado De Niro. Good run of form since he's joined the SAWF.
De Niro, as you said, good form. He hasn't really been tested that much. His opponent's been here and there.
He did have a match against the Prodigy, your client.
He did. Prodigy easily defeated him. I know what, he took that space and he was stumbling around quite a bit. No, I don't know what that is, but this is his big first PSV match against Ryan Sampson. It's very special stipulation.
Yeah, we don't know what it is yet.
Looking forward to seeing what it is, looking forward to this match.
Yeah, Ryan, best friend and all, but his entrance takes forever.
Guys, I think you should get on to him about that.
I will, but he doesn't listen often. But all he needs in 5 minutes alone with his opponent, he can ready get him to the mat. Just saying. That's 10 off.
Here he is,
Ryan Sampson. He's been a hot prospect since he joined the SAWF earlier this year.
former referee turned wrestler. I don't like the guy, but I've been impressed with his abilities so far. He has gotten a quick one-on-one victory over the Prodigy.
Yeah, that has happened. He has made a smart choice joining the Cowboys. I with Adrian Evans, to be fair. Get a pro in his miss, you know.
Although Prodigy did get Lewin back over him when, I'm sorry, you threw in the towel, didn't you?
He had a hurt knee. I know what it feels like. I don't want him to get worse. He now can walk on it. Before, he couldn't walk on it before. His opponent, Respado De Niro. I wonder if we're going to be seeing Thunderstorm with him tonight.
Of course, he's his cousin, am I correct?
Yes, family relations.
I guess you could say he's a bit of a dark version of Thunderstorm. Very similar moveset.
Little boiler suit, they say. Or as Ryan likes to call him, Robert De Niro.
He's helped Thunderstorm at the last piece to get Thunderstorm's first pinfall victory. See what he can do against Ryan Sampson tonight.
No, we just need to know what the stipulation's going to be, is that correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, what's the load of ball?
Ryan Sampson obviously upset about something here tonight.
I think I've just been informed. It's a no disqualification, but only for Respado De Niro.
That's a big one. See if Ryan Sampson can know that for this.
Against the odds, can Ryan Sampson overcome it? Oh, it's ahead. And then, oh, good arm lock over there. Oh, good wrist lock. Oh, that's a cheap strike to the back of the head. Oh, I didn't elbow.
It is no DQ for him.
Oh, he's choking it.
I think there's anything such as cheap for De Niro here tonight.
Now, I know your opinion on these Mexicans, but what do you feel about Respado De Niro since he's joined the SAWF?
I don't like it. I don't like these Mexicans. They're crossing in the border into the South Australian Wrestling Federation, and they're taking jobs away from hardworking Australians like Ryan Sampson.
Oh, another lockup over here. Respado. Oh, he gets put in a headlock by Ryan Sampson.
Taking the
Ranson is known for his headlocks.
Come on!
Oh, he's against the ropes.
Here.
Yeah, because remember, it's only...
The referee finally getting the count in there.
Normally that you would say that he's got to 5, is that correct?
I mean, if my client was out there, maybe we might see it later on, we don't know.
He's playing the mind games, test the strength. Now Respado does look like a strong fella over here, so I don't know, he might have the strength to pick it up.
He's got a build that...
He's worked on the boilers.
It may just be enough to overcome Ryan Sampson. Ryan Sampson He hasn't had that big win since he beat the Prodigy. He's been wrestling Thunderstorm mostly.
He did beat Thunderstorm 2 weeks, 2 times in a row, to be fair.
He got him at a PSV recently and an episode of Takedown, which have been getting great reviews for their series of matches recently.
Oh, great clothesline from
Clothesline
Raspada.
there from De Niro.
Goes to
Cover
1, 2.
Kick out
count.
there.
Don't know why he's complaining to the referee. Just get the match over and
Now
done
you
with.
have the experience, even though I am undefeated and I have pinned you once before, you do have the wrestling experience. As the match goes on and on, who do you think that favors?
Well, it depends on the person who has the most grit, determination, and all.
Cover there. Only a
2
2
count. That was a good one. Now, Ryan Sampson does have the wit to outsmart Raspada De Niro. Raspada just based on brute strength, not wittiness. That was more Thunderstorm's game being the smarter one.
Do you think we'll start to see a bit of the lucha come involved? We haven't really seen it in the early parts of this match.
No, I don't think we're going to see the lucha with the boiler suit and everything.
De Niro on the outside here. No disqualification on his part. I think
what?
he can
It's
stay out here as long as he wants.
Disrespecting the cameraman over here, damn. Raspada,
Sampson going after him.
just brings the cone out.
Drop that cone. A deadly weapon.
That could be a safety hazard in other workplaces, but they're not this one. Oh, right against the apron.
You know that is the hardest part of the ring, the apron.
Yeah, people do say it. But well, for you, isn't it the ropes?
That's real funny there, pal. Trying to be professional here. You just had to take a cheap shot, didn't you, Evans?
Couldn't resist, I'm not going to lie. No, I got hit against the post right over there. Raspada looks like he has control of this match. Oh,
Slamming Sampson right in that apron.
looks like Samson's trying to get into the ring, get some composure, get his breath back.
I think he might be running away from De Niro here.
Nah, it's more getting his breath than running away. Samson's a competitive wrestler, wants to finish this in the ring, doesn't want to worry about the outside. Keep it in the squared circle, he says.
What is De Niro doing out there?
Honestly, I have no clue.
Consider the outside there was fold up.
He's a cheeky fella over here.
He
Mexican,
is.
you can't trust him sometimes.
I was the referee for one of his matches in that tournament. And, you know, got a good eye on him there. He does know some tricks here and there, but don't know about him so far. Too much.
Oh, he looks like he's cramming him back to the outside. Of course, Ryan Sampson would accept. He's a competitive wrestler. Oh, I hit him with a high voltage
Smart
sign.
move there by De Niro. Hiding that weapon right there. Goading Sampson to come out after him. And bam. Right with that weapon.
Oh, what? Oh, go for the forearms
Sampson fighting
against the
back.
brick wall.
The referee coming out to check on them.
Oh, he throws him
Good
right,
Irish
oh,
whip
right into the post.
Still post there. Sampson
boots.
just booting.
The boots to the midsection. If I'm not mistaken, he is showing more of a meaner side to himself in the last couple of weeks since feuding with Raspada and Thunderstorm.
Sampson needs that edge. We saw there was a tag team match, and I believe his referee's license had not expired, and he made his own count. You were his tag team partner, I believe. What are your thoughts on that? His actions there?
Making his own count?
Yes.
Well, he's a man who really wants to W, so he'll do anything he can to
Because
get it.
I think that's a bit dirty, but I like dirty. You like to play it on the goody two-shoes side, so I just didn't know your thoughts on that, even though you were victorious in that match.
He's not playing. I don't like being the goody two shoes. I like getting the job done. Raspada De Niro. Raspada De Niro.
Come on, it's fold up.
I suppose people like to comment him as the boiler suit or Robert De Niro. Doesn't really appreciate the fan support over him.
De Niro does not want the fans to cheer for him.
There might be a language
Language barrier.
barrier.
It's coming over from Mexico, which is dangerous during this COVID travel thing.
I don't know how it got here to be fair.
I don't even think he did the safety 14 days in quarantine,
I'm not sure.
which I don't want him anywhere near me personally.
He had to ref one of his matches. I've never been in the ring with Raspada, so how do you think he is in the ring?
Still a bit wonky in there. I don't believe he's ever won a match. Correct me if I'm wrong.
If I remember correctly, he had a handicap match to decide this
Oh,
stipulation.
right.
Him and
Thank you.
Thunderstorm.
I don't thank you often, but thank you. I wasn't here for that.
Oh yes, you weren't here for that.
I had business meetings all the last 2 weeks. Back to the action here. Sampson backed up into the corner, taking those punches.
So speaking of that handicap match, him and Thunderstorm do actually make a competitive team. They have a good finishing of the haluva kick and a choke slam.
Interesting move. Maybe I should scout. Maybe take on some more clients.
More international-based clients, you know.
Perhaps. I don't just manage the higher powers. I'm looking for any and all talents.
Now that's where Ryan Sampson falls weak. He does the same move over and over again, becomes repetitive. People can read what he's going to do.
That splash, it's going to cost him if he keeps on going for it and going for it and going for it. Actually reminds me of Thunderstorm's corner splashes.
No, people do say when it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I honestly think that you need to update the moves a little more. Oh, Raspad De Niro thinks he is the table.
He's got a board there. Interesting to see what he'll do with it.
I don't know what's he going to do. Slaps him in the face.
Setting up in the corner.
Well, I don't know what's going to happen. Normally, when you set up the table, you mostly go through it in wrestling.
You remember
terminology.
back in, I believe it was March Showdown, there's a big triple threat for the...
Right through the table. Ryan says, I don't know if you're getting up from that. That's a brutal hit.
To my point, there was a big triple threat match back in March to crown the new SAWF championship. Champion, I should say. And my client, the Prodigy, did go through one of those, and he was just battered for weeks and weeks and weeks. So that takes a lot out of you. And there's a cover, and only a 2 count here.
Now, if I remember correctly from that triple threat, because, you know, I was in the crowd, I didn't actually get the wrestling show because of your said client, but it wasn't his arm bleeding after the match because of the timber in his arm.
Cut right by the table. I mean, if you want to complain about not competing, you know, you did break my fingers, and it was a bit of payback what the Prodigy did to you.
Spadden does not enjoy the crowd's banter with him, I swear.
Picking up Samson, got him to his knees. And
He's caught his fist. Big boot. Oh, a knee right to the face. Another knee to the face.
Now, I do believe this is Ryan Sampson's first PSV in front of a crowd. Do you think that, like, adds more to him, or it's just neutral, stays the same? He's not focused on impressing the crowd.
I feel like the crowd's always a big impact. When you hear people cheering on for you, you always get more motivated to fight back.
I mean, unless you're De Niro, who doesn't seem like he wants the crowd support.
He needs to get some lessons from his cousin over there. Thunderstorm used to thrive off the crowd.
Absolutely.
That's until Raspada even debuted. Thunderstorm used to be on the good and narrow. Now, honestly, I have no clue what he's doing.
Thunderstorm, he's a bit in the middle. I do remember a few weeks ago on Takedown, he did offer to take my place in the higher powers, which I did not appreciate.
Oh, an STO!
Vicious STO there.
And it's a 2 count.
You know, back in the day, there used to be a wrestler who used that a lot, kept all their opponents down, but, you know, it just hasn't been working for Samson here.
If I remember that wrestler correctly, a Matt kept that wrestler down.
I do believe that is correct, Adrian Evans.
Well, you wouldn't say that wrestler was a mat wrestler in any means of the word.
No, Matt technician's there, and Samson up top, potentially going for that huge swanton.
Oh, and he moves out the way at the last second.
De Niro moves out of the way of that swanton.
He won't be waking
Only
up.
Only few people Samson has hit with that. Maybe he needs to tweak the move a bit more to get that accuracy 100% of the time.
I feel like he needs to get to the top rope quicker. It would just help.
I think he used to do it from the second rope, and that was a big help. Scaling the second is a lot different from scaling to the top.
Oh, Raspad going for the pin.
Going for the pin. One arm, and...
Oh, and he kicks out 2 7/8.
What does De Niro have to do to keep Samson down for the 3 count?
Honestly, Samson has a heart of gold. He will fight till his last drop. It takes a lot to keep Ryan Sampson down.
Now, I just want to confirm, you are Ryan Sampson's tag team partner, right?
And best friend.
You've been training with him ever since he made his debut. And he's been dealing with these 2 Mexicans, Thunderstorm and De Niro. Where the hell have you been? Why aren't you helping him out?
Well, last time I checked, I've been dealing with the higher powers who keep trying to take this amazing title of mine.
I mean, you know, maybe tonight would have been the night. How power?
I don't think so. If I didn't get injured, I still would have fought James Anderson.
In the corner, gouging away at Samson. Just want to point out once again to everyone watching around the world at home, this is a no DQ match for De Niro only. He can use any weapon he wants, he can choke in the corner, but if Samson uses a weapon, he does risk disqualification.
Honestly, I think that's an unfair stipulation for Samson, but I believe he has the heart of a lion to fight back and win this match.
I mean, De Niro did get to choose the stipulation. You have insight being Ryan Sampson's best friend and tag team partner. If he had won that handicap match we discussed earlier, what do you think he would have chosen for this stipulation?
Honestly,
The
splash by the referee.
Splashed in the corner.
That's a cheap shot from Raspada, putting the ref in harm's way.
Did you say that you saw De Niro pull the referee in front of him?
Looks like he pulled his referee in front just to avoid the splash.
That is a cheap tactic if you are in fact correct, and I do believe Sampson is on your side thinking that De Niro did pull the referee in front of the way.
What I saw from this angle, it looks like he did pull the referee in the way. I don't
Ryan
know.
Sampson does think that as well.
I don't normally see refs walking in the way of splashes.
Ryan Sampson looking under the ring.
I don't know
the referee is out.
Don't know what he's
he
doing.
He cannot call for a DQ if he does get a weapon.
Why is he going for a weapon?
Do you agree with what your tag team partner is doing here?
I would just try and win straight and narrow. I wouldn't go for the weapon.
Oh, and he's got a kendo stick.
Oh no! Oh, come on, Sampson!
Ryan Sampson hitting De Niro now twice with that kendo stick, showing a bit of vicious brutality on his side.
What's he do? Oh, he's got the bin lid, my signature weapon.
And
oh,
boom,
right in the
smashing
head.
De Niro right in the head. Taking advantage of the referee being knocked out. If the referee was up, there would be an instant disqualification with the kendo stick shot. A bit smart here, a bit crafty, and definitely a bit dirty.
Don't know what's gone into Ryan Sampson. I know he can know
Referee
it's done.
waking up, and this one's all over for
One,
2.
two.
Kick
Oh!
out. Unbelievably.
A kick out at 9/10 over
Nero
there.
kicks out.
That would have been 3. That would have
Oh, he's got a chokehold on him.
Got a joke, and if you go into that vicious choke slam here.
He did debut it against Ryan Sampson.
Oh, and
he
Sampson
moves
out
out
of
the
it.
way.
Oh.
He's going for the death rattle. He
Goes
hits
at
the
the
death
death-
rattle.
Death rattle there by Ryan
1,
Sampson.
2, 3.
3. Ryan Sampson picks up the big win here tonight.
Against Raspada De Niro.
Dream Expedition.
Hits that patented death rattle and he's won the match.
Death rattle.
I don't agree on how he got to that match with the weapons and all.
Interesting to see that De Niro's cousin Thunderstorm got the drumstick and he playing the drums onto De Niro. Now, De Niro's cousin Thunderstorm, you'd think usually be escorting him to the ring. Do you have any insights of where Thunderstorm is? Maybe if Thunderstorm was out here, maybe the result would be very different.
Well, I did hear there was a sale at Nando's tonight. And because Raspada was in the match, Thunderstorm thought he was going to buy extra for his cousin.
The celebration afterwards.
Yes.
Thunderstorm does love his Nando's. I don't know how De Niro feels about Nando's, but yeah,
I don't think
maybe
it's-
Thunderstorm arrived, De Niro get the win.
I don't think Raspada De Niro's entitled to
But
the whole match.
and he's taking his anger out at the crowd.
Taking down the... What are you doing
yeah.
De Niro? Hey!
Looks like you got a new challenger for your title there,
Just
Evan.
lost the Sampson. I don't think you're going to get a title match anytime soon.
Oh, he's flipping off the crowd.
Wow.
This man, wow, he's really put a change on things here. Maybe changing Thunderstorm's outlook on things as well.
Honestly, I don't know what's going through Raspada De Niro's head, honestly, if I'm being honest.
We will see what's to come. Adrian Evans coming out here. But if you've got something to say to the crowd about his injury.
Always under attack, always coming in last, bringing up the back. No one knows you anything I think. You need a shotgun blast, they're kicking the ass so
Very unprofessional, leaving me alone at the commentary table to address these morons here tonight. Limps into the ring, serves him right. Adrian Evans, the SAWF champion.
Now let's see if I can get this.
That's one title defense and he gets hurt. Typical Adrian Evans. That's what he's gonna say.
Yeah, the big proper one.
Now, I bet you're all wondering Why isn't Adrian Evans fighting tonight?
Nope.
Thank you, Crown Member, but still. It's probably on everyone else's minds. Well, while I was training hard to beat up James Anderson for this match, I injured my knee. I don't exactly know what's wrong yet. I'm going to get an ultrasound, hopefully an MRI, see what's going on. But they said I can't compete. And I think that's bullshit, because I still want to fight. Okay. But the freaking board, see, I'm not medically cleared, can't fight, it's annoying, I don't want to be in the ring and not fight. So instead of fighting tonight, I'm going to be on the commentary table and try and have a good night.
Yay!
Thank you very much.
And a beer as well.
The crowd cheering this man for whatever reason. He's pathetic.
We'll try this way.
Can't figure out how to get out of the ring. And hang on, here is the music of the Prodigy. The Prodigy has the #1 contender's briefcase that can be used at any time for a championship match. Could this be the time that the Prodigy unlocks that shot and wins the SAWF championship? We will see. Prodigy, he does have that briefcase. There is no referee in the ring.
What do you reckon? Can we do it?
Yeah, you know what? I think, I'll tell the people, cash it in. Unlock the briefcase. The Prodigy, it looks like he's handing in the briefcase, and we could have a new SAWF champion. Adrian Evans about to be in big trouble right now. Guys, I advise my client that now is the time to unlock that briefcase and get that SAWF championship match. Referee has arrived.
You're gonna cash it in. You're gonna cash it in. Alright, I'll pass me the briefcase then.
Prodigy is cashing in.
Hold on, Prodigy. Don't you dare think that you can cash in that briefcase. Adrian Evans is not, I repeat, he is not permitted to wrestle. He is not medically clear, so you cannot cash in. And if you think about putting your hands on Adrian, you can guarantee that briefcase will be taken off you. You know what? If you don't leave half of my ring in the next 30 seconds, I will strip you of that briefcase and you will be taken out tonight's show. So get out of the damn ring.
Punch out the ref.
The 50-50 owner of the SAWF making it clear that Adrian Evans is not medically cleared and cannot compete. Therefore, there will be no championship match here. And if Prodigy doesn't leave, he's going to get that briefcase taken off of him. It's a damn fluke shame that the 50-50 owner won't allow this to happen. It's bullshit if we don't have a new champion right now. When Adrian Evans gets back to this table, I'm going to give him an earful. He's taunting the Prodigy. He knows the Prodigy can't do anything about it. What the hell was that?
Why can't I cash in my briefcase?
The 50-50 owner's got out for you.
Why can't I cash in because of his stupid fucking knee?
Bullshit. Bullshit injury. Adrian, hurry up, get back to the table and do his job for the night. Limp away. Limp away, Adrian.
Okay, let's figure out the ring.
Okay, don't fall. Don't yell, mate.
Oh, he slips down and then. Too bad he didn't get injured even worse. Thunderstorm's music is playing for whatever reason. I don't know what's happening. Thunderstorm's not even booked tonight. You're a cheap Adrian Evans. You should have been defending that title.
Oh,
You got lucky. You got lucky.
How am
But
I
if you
lucky? I
really
didn't make
cashed
the
in,
guy do the
we
rules.
would have had a new champion.
I don't believe that.
Oh,
Is your knee good? I noticed that you didn't need crutches at least.
it's getting better, hopefully.
You can roll on.
Anyway, we'll be back after this 5-minute intermission. Hope you enjoyed Extreme Expedition. After this, I believe...
The higher powers will be in action, and I've got something to say before that match. Just you wait.
I'm looking forward to it.
That's funny.
Every single time I turn around, my name is in your mouth. Soon you'll say, you can say what you want, you'll never be me. I'll just bite my tongue and leave your mouth to run.
Oh, it looks like Mike Dexter is coming out to give him his words of wisdom, because we know how much we love to hear his words of wisdom, honestly. I honestly don't know why Mike decided to change his song, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, I liked his older song better, it was more catchy. And Mike Dexter is coming to the ring. Oh, he's saying to cut his music. I don't know why he's always so aggressive with it, honestly.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, I had a big opportunity tonight. I was going to manage James Anderson as he took on Adrian Evans for the SAWF Championship.
And probably got his
But
ass kicked.
Adrian Evans went and he had to go and fake an injury. You know, we were going to take that championship from you, but now I'm going to sit at commentary with you all night. I can't even manage my tag team.
It's been a pleasure, thanks. Cheers, Jeff.
We're facing Jack Psycho Blade and his little minion who we beat last month. But now the stipulation's a bit different. They're going to come in and it's now going to be a tornado tag, elimination, last man standing match.
That's a first time ever.
That's okay. We'll knock them back down again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you two of the most dominant men in the world of professional wrestling. First, he is a former SAWF champion. He is the founder and 50-50 owner of the SAWF. He is a man who should be walking out of here tonight with that SAWF championship.
It's not much Adrian Evans,
He
is
is
it?
a man who did not sell out, he bought in. He represents the higher powers. He is the dominator James Anderson and his tag team partner.
English?
He is a former two-time SAWF champion. He is the current holder of the #1 contenders briefcase. He is my hero. He is my inspiration. He is my best friend. And he also represents the higher powers. He is the Prodigy.
Also, the crowd does not respect the Prodigy and James Anderson over here. The higher powers have not got a good name for themselves in the SAWF audience. But this is the first time in SAWF history we've had a tornado tag, last man standing match. I'm not gonna lie, that is a mouthful to say. And the higher powers have entered the arena. James Anderson looking peeved as he always is. Oh, it looks like James doesn't respect the commentary team in this show. And the Prodigy is wasting water. James Anderson, he's psyching himself up because he has to face the minion and Jack Blade. Look, he's getting frisky with the crowd.
Should be mine, huh?
I don't know if it should be yours. I don't see your name on it, mate.
What can you wrestle?
Manee, you heard the owner? I would fight. The guy said I couldn't. Hey, it's your owner said I couldn't fight, not me. Oh, I need help to get in the ring. It's now their time for the opponents, Jack Blade and the Minion. I'm honestly not sure where he got the Minion from, but it's weird. Now, going back to the announce desk is Mike Dexter, manager of the Higher Powers.
I'm sorry I had to leave you alone with Adrian Evans. While I was making my grand introduction, I do have the briefcase here with me, which should have been cashed in, but your fake injury. Hey, what if you changed the contract here, I whacked you with the briefcase, and I took the title. I'm not a wrestler. What, the 50-50 owner's going to punish me for taking the title?
You're also not the contract holder, because on that contract it says that only the
I
prodigy.
can change it. And what the hell's going on in the smoke? I cannot see a goddamn thing. And get that minion away from me.
It's like the sex minion over here is trying to do something.
Back off, minion. Back off.
Okay, Minion, calm down.
Don't touch me, minion.
It's like the Higher Powers are trying
Jack
to make
Blade
sure.
get his minion away from me.
Looks pretty good. You look better around me, I reckon. I'm sorry you have to sit next to this wanker.
Thank you, sir.
I go back to the
Cut
match,
the
mate.
damn half owner, you look it.
I mean, you're the one
Anderson through face mask
who
fight.
sold him half the company, Anderson. It wasn't me, it was you. Anderson, you're the one who sold him half your company, not me.
Yeah, well, we didn't think that the 50-50 owner would make some bullshit call like that.
Well, maybe because the 50 owner is actually a fair man, unlike James Anderson, the prodigy over here, and including you.
Have you met the 50-50 owner? You can't tell that he's a fair man.
Well, what he says about how he's fair, I think he is fair.
This is definitely a first here. I doubt that you managed to cover that when I was in the ring. You know, not
Actually,
carrying
I did. It was a mouthful to say, but gee, Sawf love having the mouthfuls to say stuff.
I'll give you a mouth.
Why, so cat got your tongue?
Shut up, you're worse than the people who said that I need to learn how to work English.
Oh, speaking of which, how do you say dominator?
Dominate.
Okay, at least you know that you got a proper English vocabulary over here. Oh, he's
Sorry,
throwing
I'm
the
a smoker.
chain.
I've got that smoker's cock.
Okay, I get it.
Of course, Jack Blade here and his minion. Bunch of losers.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know where he got this minion from, but he's giving me
Minions
shit.
are us.
Minions are us. Wouldn't they sell like the minions from Despicable Me or something?
I don't do children bullshit like you do, Adrian Evans. Now, I do believe you used to be Jack Blade's tag team partner, is that right?
I'm the one who kind of brought him into the company at the start.
And then he left you when Takedown returned because he realized what a loser you truly are. Is that correct? That is correct.
Well, if you look at the trajectory of our careers since the breakup, I have won the SAWF champion. I've been in the first ladder match.
You won the SAWF champion, haven't you?
I've won the championship, haven't I?
Oh, that's not what you said. You said you've won the champion.
Well, if I remember correctly, you said you wanted to manage the
Did you
championship.
win prizes, did you?
I did win him technically. If you're going off broken English, yes, I did win him.
And James Anderson avoiding that shot by the minion who
Now-
follows Jack Blade around like a little lost puppy. I don't get why anyone would be drawn to Jack Blade.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this ref's gonna have a hard time trying to get everything together. Because technically, Jack Blade is on the floor. He should be counting to 10.
Prodigy out here with that bin landed and the minion taking a hard shot. Now, what do you think of this referee? I think he's one of the worst we've ever had in the SAWF. But that's
Honest-
me personally, because I don't
I
like
have
any
seen worse.
referees.
I have seen worse referees before. Now, technically, he should be counting to 10 right now. He is on the floor.
He is on the floor and there's a last man standing match and the referee's not counting.
He's counting. He's counting.
Counting now.
Now, I've seen this minion. He can take a lot of pain. I don't know where
He
he's
was the referee in the tournament match where you were supposed to face Jack Blade, which Jack Blade never showed up for.
Honestly, I still don't know why he
That
didn't
is
show up.
correct, right?
I think
Why
so.
do you think Jack Blade did not want to face you in that tournament?
Because statistically, every time I have first Jack Blade, I have I had pinned.
They dropped there. And a cover, even though it was a last man standing match, Jack Blade is not a very smart man. Would you agree?
Well, he is psycho in words. He still is a little bit crazy.
Minion and the Prodigy they're fighting on the outside. These two have history. The Prodigy did beat the Minion
Oh!
in the Minion
Right in the head.
debut match here at the SAWF, but the Minion did get a huge win back when you, I believe, did the fastest count that I've ever seen.
Get up, I can't have you eliminated.
The Prodigy helping James Anderson up.
No, I don't might not
Tag
like.
team partner.
I might not like the Prodigy James, but they do know how to work together as a tandem team.
They absolutely do. Unlike the Minion and Jack Blade, and unlike the Cow losers from Hell.
Cowboys from hell. Cal loses from the same ring too.
Oh, and Jack Blade has a kendo stick. I doubt he knows how to use that thing.
Oh, and a ladder via kendo
Ladder
stick. What
is
would
in the
win?
ring.
Metal or bamboo?
I would say steel.
Oh,
The Minion ducks
He
under
works
that.
with a running high knee.
The high knee, yes. The Prodigy with the high knee. And
a
the
knee.
Minion down-
He's hitting in the back with the kendo stick.
James Anderson getting whacked with that kendo stick.
No, now.
No, he's taking him out. Technically, because of he's preoccupied, the ref should be counting James Anderson. He's on the floor.
Well, he is being beaten.
That was a loud hit. That could give a big red mark at the
And
end of the
even
night.
though there was a break in the action there with the Prodigy whacking away at the Minion, the referee does not know the rules of a last man standing match. He continues to count when the count is being restarted.
To be fair, I feel like we should have 2 referees for this match because of there's double the amount of competitors than there
I
normally
actually agree with you on that one. That's the first I agree with Adrian Evans.
Because you got to think of it from his point of view. He has to control 4 guys and then completely.
And it is elimination. So that even makes it even more heavy. And the Minion and now Jack Blade are both on top of the and a vicious big boot. Knocking the Minion out, he could be concussed.
Honestly, if I was the Minion right now, I'd get out the ring, hopefully get to the feet so the ref can't count.
Jack Blade is down.
See, if I was a good tag team, I would be making good use of this. Because you got to think, if the ref's distracted on one end, you can get a quick breather in on the other end.
Clown Academy now, huh?
Now, if both members of the same team are like down and the referee's like kind of like figuring out where to go to count, where would you go?
Danger, I'm on.
Come on, hit him.
What was that?
I hear.
Whoa! Right over the commentary desk. I was. Shit. Whoa.
Oh man, there goes someone's drink.
All the monster has been destroyed. And I promise we are not sponsored by Monster Energy, but if we were.
I tried to hit the Minion, but he moves out of the way.
2.
He's a crafty fellow, this Minion. Honestly, I don't know where his head's at, to be fair.
Someone put a coin on the steel
A steel post over there. Oh, look at that.
We go do, clown.
Now, technically, I feel
Jack
like
Blade with the chain.
Jack Blade and the Minion have the better event. They have the high ground. I would recommend for the Prodigy and James to not try it.
I believe that was a Star Wars reference from my broadcast colleague, and he should be a bit more professional before I whack him one.
Why? This is when the fun begins. Now, I feel like they're trying to recreate a scene from Captain America, but it's not working the way they want. Oh, right in the back. Now, I don't know what the Minion's doing. I would be helping my tag partner to make sure he doesn't get eliminated.
Minion being a loser, now finally he realizes that James Anderson was being...
Now, I don't know what James Anderson's thinking. Why would he drop a perfect good kendo stick instead of a
James
wet
Anderson
floor?
is a former champion and he does not need a weapon to beat the Minion.
But the Minion's done a good job decking him to the floor with a weapon.
Because he had a weapon.
But if James Anderson had his kendo stick, I feel like it would have been a 50-50
He didn't
fight.
need the weapon to deck the Minion. The Minion needed a weapon.
4.
Coming here.
The Prodigy's joining us
We're joined
on
by the
commentary.
Prodigy.
There you go, my friend.
Now, how do you feel about the match so
Yeah,
far
look,
from your
I don't
point
really
of
give a
view?
shit what you have to say, to be honest. Like, the fact of the matter is this, right? How much did you pay him to tell him to not have me cash in?
I don't know.
How badly is it me hurt?
I
Man, you should be the SAWF champion. Is right here.
Yeah, back in. How long before we get back in the ring?
Not sure yet. I have to wait to the 14th for them.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Look, I don't really give a shit.
No, I've never met this co-owner, but if I was you, I would be helping your partner who's getting beat up.
I got a match to do tonight, unlike
Do
you.
you want the briefcase stuff?
I might come back and get the belt later. So.
I mean, get the belt later.
What are you going to stop him? You were injured.
Well, mate, I might be injured, but I can still stop him. No, I don't know what James Anderson. If I was James Anderson, I would go to the outside so my feet would touch the floor.
I mean, this idiot would still keep counting, so.
To be fair, I will give James Anderson that was smart using the wet floor sign to stable himself up so he could get up.
James Anderson and the Leviathan Prodigy is leaving the ring.
Don't know what they're doing. I feel like the 5 powers are just more on the outside, hit and run.
I mean, it's strategy. You're not a very smart man, so you don't know about strategy.
Plus, I did beat the Prodigy in 5 minutes.
Look at that.
So there was strategy involved in that match.
Not your bloody Raiders, is it?
I have no clue what that means for what I just said.
James Anderson clearly pointing out how stupid Adrian Evans is.
Well, to be fair, last time I checked, James Anderson hasn't won the title since 2014, if I'm correct.
I believe that is true. However, there's been 2 champions since the title was brought back early this year.
Now, James Anderson did hit the move on Ryan Sampson in that scramble, but he couldn't capitalize on it because he was too tired from, getting beaten up by everyone else in the match.
Wait a minute. Your best friend, tag team partner Ryan Sampson, who I believe at the closing moments of that match, that scramble match, was the SAWF champion, but you pinned him to get that belt back, betraying the trust and love of your best friend and tag team partner. Is that correct?
Well, I'm saying I got super kicked and I just fell on him.
You couldn't have gotten up from the pin. You are Adrian Evans. You come back from anything, right?
Take a couple of seconds, to be fair. I fell on him, and I heard there was a 3 count.
Oh, and the minion
This minion-
landing on his feet. I've been tossed through those ropes.
I don't know how he's gonna stand up tomorrow, this minion. I know he's crazy and all, but Jesus. He kind of reminds me of the old Psycho, if you know what I'm talking about.
I do not, sir.
When Psycho first came back, it's kind of the same. Psycho was like struggling from pain. He got hit a lot and he stayed up. Remember that match I had when it was 0? Was it 0 hour?
I believe it was, sir.
Like I got the
but
better.
then his powers went away as we discovered more and more that the goofball was actually Jack Blake this entire time.
I'm not gonna lie, that did surprise me when they did merge. Now I
That
know.
merge was a weird thing to watch. I don't remember the show that it was on, but I go back and watch all of our shows on YouTube as soon as you're done watching this one.
I'm pretty sure it was Dead End 3, if I'm correct.
I do believe that was the case.
Because I remember that I won the championship in a Fatal
Of
4-Way
course,
match.
you would remember everything that happened on the show that you captured, the fluky
Hang
capture
on,
of
didn't I
the title.
pin James Anderson in that match to win the title?
Hey, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about how Crisis was the champion and now he is no longer the
Now,
champion.
speaking of wannabe champions, we got the high powers. I don't know why they have handcuffed Dominion to the post. He's still on his feet. They're not going to win the match like that.
Hey, we take out Jack Blake and then we go after the minion. The minion is handcuffed for a brief period of time and then they'll get him done afterwards.
Speaking of freaking,
Strategy.
look, Dominion has gotten out of his handcuffs.
Oh, you're waiting him again?
Don't know.
How the hell did he do that?
He's hit with a high knee. James Anderson's known for his patented knees to the gut and to the head. Oh, Prodigy throws Minion right in the corner. Oh, right for a gut punch. Another gut punch. Another gut punch. Another.
James Anderson.
That's a safety
tossing
hazard in the
Cole
workplace
at the
environment.
crowd.
7.
And Jack Blade is
He's-
on his knee.
He's on 8. And he's got to his feet at 8.
James Anderson tossing Jack Blade out to the ring and onto his back.
If I heard correctly, James Anderson just said he should win the Royal Rumble. Sawf hasn't had a Royal Rumble since 2015.
The Prodigy hanging Adrian Evans' crotch, but Jack Blade.
Look, the Minion's having a little fun fiesta.
5.
He's got the ladder out. Look, he looks like he's impaling him, even though there's just a blunted edge. It's not a jagged edge, it's just a blunted edge.
Oh, Jack Blade throwing the Prodigy right in that shed. Unbelievably, that looks to be a dent
I'm
from
sorry
the
to break.
power of the Prodigy.
I'm sorry to break it to you, Mike, but that dent's been there since 2004.
I think it's brand new. I think the Prodigy's power did that to the shed.
1, 2, 3,
I can't, it's not coming up. It's like,
Referee
4.
at 4.
This is the prodigy is down for the count.
He is down, but he will get back up, he will rise, and he will fight.
This is where I say that they get the thing. 'Cause
Never.
technically, the ref should be paying attention to James Anderson as well,
8.
but he is not. He is up. Oh, looks like Prodigy just got up in the nick of time. I can't
Right
see him
cover
from this
8.
angle.
There was 2 more counts there, so I doubt that is the nick of time, Major Evans. Please learn how to count.
2 seconds is a nick of time, to be fair.
And Jack Blade, that vicious kick. Now, I do believe Jack Blade in Takedown episode 45, I believe. Big win over the Prodigy in a singles match before it was revealed that he was indeed Psycho. But he really hasn't done
double
anything
axe handle.
of note since then, except for unmasking. What do you think that does to a man like Jack Blade, not winning any big matches for a long period of time like that?
Well, he was the SAWF championship for a brief moment before Ryan did roll him up and pin him.
I mean, sure, but that doesn't really count to the record. And James Anderson's down. And it looks like
Jack
Jack Blade
Blade-
could be setting up for that vicious jacket edge, which never kept anyone down for a count of 3.
But it's a brutal move right to the ribcage. Looks like James Anderson's getting a refreshing cold
What
beer.
is he rolling out of the ring onto his feet?
Looks like James Anderson watch behind him because the minion is coming right close. Oh, hits him right in the head.
I mean, I tried to hit the minion with the briefcase, but vicious shot.
He's knocked both of the high powers down. This minion is showing more moxie than he has done in the past month and a half he's been here.
Would you like to face the minion?
I think I have faced the minion. if I'm being-
Have you? One-on-one? Singles match?
I don't think I've faced him in a single match, but he's been. I've faced Jack Blade and he's been there. He creeps me out. He
I was
doesn't.
ringside for that match too, scouting the competition. And the minion is a weird one. I'll
So you
say
have
that.
more experience with the minion than I do. What do you think of the minion and Jack Blade as a tag team?
A bit weird.
The crowd over here making jokes about the clown over here.
Well, the Hype Powers did beat the Minion and Jack Blade at Bloody Stand, I believe it was. But Jack Blade did headbutt his own tag team partner. I will give that him credit there. I don't know why he'd do such a thing.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't understand the dynamic that the minion and Jack Blade have.
The Minion
What a
is
block with the kendo
obsessed with
stick.
Jack Blade for whatever reason. He follows him around like a lost puppy. The Minion is just crawling around. And I don't
If I was
see
James
the
Anderson, I would look
prodigy
behind him because he's
anywhere.
about to get a handful.
Jack Blade taking James Anderson down, and I don't even see where the
James
prodigy
Anderson-
went.
James Anderson's been told to pull his pants up. That also reminds me of an old wrestler we once had in the SAWF that never had their pants up fully.
I believe we had a few of those, am I right?
I believe so.
And the Minion, I believe, is doing something to the Prodigy.
If it looks like the Prodigy's down from my angle, but I'm not going to have a good point of view. Hit it with a DDT on the trash can lid.
We do know that Jack Blade is a vicious man. Even when he was Psycho, we didn't know that they were that same person. Held Ryan Sampson active for like 2 weeks in his lair. What do you think he was doing to Ryan Sampson?
Well,
he's
I saw him
kidnapped.
afterwards. He was bloody. He couldn't move. After that kind of style match, I don't think Ryan's been the same since.
Ryan Sampson, I do believe when he turned back up to the SAW arena, went right into an open challenge against Crisis.
I believe so.
We went through hell in the Minion in Psycho's lair, sorry, to hell facing a man like Crisis, one of the most dominant champions we've ever seen, a man that you took the title from.
Well, Crisis never really showed up, so I wouldn't really call him a dominant champion. Yes, he was a good champion in the SAWF, but he never really showed up to the
Drop kick
takedowns.
there to James Anderson. We have not seen an elimination yet. As the match goes on and on, who do you think that favored? And please try and be unbiased and not just say the higher powers are going to lose because they're the higher powers.
Well, if I'm being honest, the higher powers do have more of a team unit than the other one. Based on the relationship that the Minion and Jack Blade have, Jack Blade would most likely sacrifice his Minion like he does.
Jack Blade just
constantly.
try and hit the Prodigy with a billet from the ring.
I'm not sure. He thinks he's a basketball player.
You know a lot about basketball, Adrian Evans?
I do play in my spare time. Oh, James Anderson getting to his feet. He is safe.
Jack Blade is setting up for something, I do believe.
Now, back to your answer before. I believe the higher powers actually do have it in their favor because they have worked longer as a team. They know each other's moves. They know the way they move.
Not only working together as a team, but they were rivals, vicious rivals at one point. They know each other inside and out.
Also, they've gone in the alleyway. Oh, stop right down on the leg. That is a pretty smart move, so he can't get up.
And you do know about leg injuries right now, so.
Yes. Now, I have a question for you, Mike. If Jack Blade and Cycle were the same the whole time, right? What happened when Jack Blade was in Cyclo's Asylum? What exactly was he doing? Just sitting there?
I do believe it was a setup from Jack Blade to make everyone think they weren't the same. But you would really have to ask Jack Blade what goes on in his mind when it comes to his past, trying to fool people into thinking that he was not Psycho.
Now, what exactly do you think is in this asylum?
Once again, you may have to ask Ryan Sampson that. Because I've never been there. You could see torture weapons possibly. Like you actually did say Sampson was bloody, beaten.
I've tried to ask him, he doesn't answer. It's a sensitive subject. 6 seconds.
The minion is down.
Jack Blade is getting a good breather right now. I don't know what James Anderson's doing. He's sitting
and
What is
the Prodigy is
doing?
picking the minion up.
He wants to give him more
and
damage.
Slamming him right into the wall.
Also, the fans over here in the SNWF Arena are a big fan of Pink Floyd.
I mean, I think it's quite disrespectful bringing up music at a time like this when these four men are killing each other for the enjoyment of the crowd.
Well, I normally say music brings people together. If the fans can find a common interest, then
And I
I'm for
usually
it.
tell you to go fuck yourself, Adrian Evans, but you know, trying to be professional here tonight.
Do you really want your fingers to be broken again, Mike?
Hey, I've got a briefcase.
So?
I
Yeah,
can whack you in that knee, take you down easily, pal.
Let's go shake your hand
Oh,
hard.
and
It's a good headshot from the minion. He's doing a double count.
both James Anderson, Jack Blade.
5, 6.
I don't speak minion, but it sounded like he said prodigy.
I'm not gonna lie, it did sound like that. I have never heard that voice before in my life.
Did he miss it? Is it just me? Or is he missing them?
Crowd member here, not happy with the referee's counting ability there. Maybe
I
he
feel
should
like-
learn some maths.
I feel like this crowd member just really wants to watch. He's hit it with a jagged edge!
Jagged edge.
Oh, he's down for the
Both
count.
Jack Blade and James Anderson are down. We could see a double elimination here, leaving the Prodigy with
And
the
the
minion.
minion. They have history. Looks like the Prodigy's coming to help his friend.
Prodigy looking to be picking James Anderson up.
That's
the
a
minion,
smart move from
the
the
minion
Prodigy.
is not picking. He's taxing. He's master. I've heard him refer to him. Oh, and the minion got for a chain shot and a kick to the
Oh,
gut.
Jack Blade with a smart move going out so his feet will hit the floor.
Now, I can't believe we haven't brought this up yet, but earlier this year, James Anderson and the Prodigy competed in a last man standing match.
If I do remember correctly, that match did end on weird circumstances because Ryan Sampson was the referee for that match.
Terrible referee.
And missed the count and
Oh,
gave
and-
Prodigy extra. Hey!
The Prodigy picking up your championship belt. You didn't even try and stop him.
Well, I didn't know he was going to take it.
Oh, and a
Uses
belt
my
shot
title
to
belt,
the
makes it
head.
inside out. At least treat it with respect, Prodigy.
Looks like he's coming and bringing it back. You should thank the man. You should
It
thank
looks
the
terrible
man.
on you. Now give it back. There's your closest you're ever going to get to the title, Mike. So sorry to
Just
break
hang
it
on
to you.
to it for a moment.
Sorry to break it to you, Mike.
I could beat you for that championship. I pinned you in the past.
Last time I checked, Prodigy did all the work. You just came in at the last second and pinned me, mate.
And everyone's back up. We've not had elimination yet.
I feel like this.
You're supposed to put him out for match this one, isn't it? What do you reckon on the match so far?
Well, I'm just saying, it's been competitive. We've seen how each other's teams are going. We've seen you save Anderson on countless times.
Yeah.
We see Anderson.
Shut up.
I'm the commentator. It's my job to
Yeah,
talk, give
yeah,
the
nah.
viewers
I
what
mean, I'm
they're
not here
going
too, so I can call the action by
completely
myself.
agree with you on everything that you've said, but look, here's the thing, right? Unfortunately,
You don't care about my opinion, so you're just going to go back to the match anyway.
hey, I'm starting to pick up on this.
So you just get back to the match. Because the minion's coming after, to be fair. Hey, minion!
Get away from the table.
Hey, stay away from the table. Huh? Commentary.
Isn't that right?
Minion Adrian Evans has been
with
slagging
a
you off the
forearm.
entire match. And Jack Blade is down, but the referee is not counting yet.
He's counting now. Is it just me or the count's getting a little quick? Looks like the crowd member and Jane has some history. That crowd member does look really familiar, but I can't put a name to it.
Yeah, I've never seen him before. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
He looks familiar. I feel like I've seen him before. That's right. He was at was it 0 Hour when you went to come up and do your promo because you wouldn't let the show stop and he just told you to fuck off.
Right, yeah, that does
That's
sound
why.
right. That does sound right. That guy's
a
cunt.
legend.
That guy's a cunt. That guy's a tool.
Now, if I was the ref, I would count James Anderson. He is on the floor.
He is. That is, in fact, fact.
Oh, James Anderson being the smart. Goes to the super kick, misses.
But I would also disqualify the minion for being a
Going
total
for
tool.
aggravated assault.
And
His
he gets
variation of it.
Jack Blade moving
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Alright, Jack Blade just hits him in the
I
head.
don't know
He's
what
going
that
for his own version of aggravated assault. Oh, and he hits him with it.
And everyone is down, and the referee is not
Jack
counting
Blade doesn't
for
see-
whatever reason.
Oh,
And the
super kick. And they're all down.
Everyone is down.
They're all down.
2,
It's counted 2.
Come on, higher powers, get up.
3, 4, 5,
5 count.
6.
Doesn't look like anyone's getting up.
Also, the Prodigy's getting up. He's getting up the ring.
8, 9,
This is knowing what I say.
27.
10.
They're all down. It's a draw.
No winner. It's a draw.
Unexpected results here. The referee counting to 10. Everybody is down. I am speechless here, ladies and gentlemen. Adrian Evans has left the broadcast table for whatever reason. Minion helping Jack Blade out of the ring. High powers. I'm confused, Adrian Evans. Have you ever seen anything like this? A 4 count? Everyone down? There's a draw, I guess.
I've never seen 4 men on the ground at the same time.
I mean, I've seen that, but not in a last minute standing match where the match ends like that.
Well, to be fair, I've never seen a tornado tag last man say, "Hey, mouthful."
Everyone eliminated at the same time.
You gotta think the super kick was the last move to do it.
While you saw the Prodigy trying to roll out of the ring onto his feet at the last moment.
We have met with the crowd member once again, asking if that is it of the show.
Looks like it is
That
indeed
looks
a draw. And
Hey!
is playing for some
just saying, the crowd-
unknown godly reason.
Just say these people love me. What can I say?
Do you want to sign off? Are we done here?
I believe so. It's been Extreme Expedition. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you next week. Take care.
Adrian Evans, I'm Mike Dexter. Good night.